Wisest Athena, mighty Poseidon, the Earthshaker, Zeus Artemis, with her deadly aim set to pierce even the heart of a hummingbird. Painted pigs, all of them. I see you there. Come closer.
Help me! Someone help! Someone!
None of this is your fault. You're the victim. All the mortals are, made in the bone workshop of fools. Jagged reflections from a broken mirror. Behold your god! This one killed 6 innocent children to satisfy her rage. They squabble, burn with jealousy, cheat, fight and murder. They're cruel, vindictive and selfish. And, like the heel of Achilles, these weaknesses will be their undoing. I have no such flaws. The rest have fallen. Only one stands between me and the rehabilitation of Olympus. Only the foulest, most arrogant, narrow-minded coxer son of Kronos who trapped me beneath the earth. The one and only Zeus!
How I've missed you, Prometheus, my favorite cousin.
You chained me to this rock and fed my liver to an eagle!
Out of love!
Aha. You need my help. Typhon is free.
You once fought beside his allies, the Titans. Convince him to stand down.
It's not that simple. He is even blocking my ability to glimpse the future. I cannot see past him. Go on. Blast me.
I can't! He took my lightning! He took everything! Even the other gods are missing!
Look to the mortals.
That's done! Those evil, imbecilic, tasteless parasites were all turned to stone!
One of those evil parasites is about to save your royal ass.
My ass is safely lodged in the Aegean stables, and mortals will never be anything but a mistake!
Care to make a wager? If I'm right, my sin of stealing fire and ensuring their survival becomes a blessing.
You find your punishment unjust?
It's a little... extreme. Do we have a deal?
If you win, I'll end your punishment and set you free. But if I win, you help me stop Typhon, whatever it takes.
Very well. Let the tale of Phoenix be my redemption!
Oh no, not one of your stories. How long is this going to...
My tale begins at sea. A ship of soldiers returning from a faraway battle. Their victory ambushed by an unexpected storm. The sea tossed and turned. Waves churned to a froth. The line between sky and sea all but vanished. The mountainous peaks of the waves descended into valleys nearly as deep as Tartarus.
You're really painting a picture here.
It's an art. Point is, the ship didn't stand a chance. At dawn, the sun rose on the few remaining survivors. The lowest ranked among them, a shield bearer who dreamt of battle, but had seen nary a
Wait,
skirmish.
don't tell me. There, I see her clear as day.
The lowest ranked among them, a shield bearer who dreamt of battle, but had seen nary a skirmish. A teller of tales, not a doer of deeds. Fenyx.
What a name! Phoenix! Sounds like the sound a dumb bird makes when it lights itself on fire, which would be ridiculous. Although, I should write that down.
Washed up on an unknown shore, Fenyx awoke.
Look, a ghost! Captain! Can anyone hear me?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel here. This is Sitting here, and we are playing Immortals Fenyx Rising. This is actually on New Game Plus, so some things may look a little different here and there as you start playing here, but I'll go over that part once we can get here. So this is the starting island that you start on. So if you're on the new game, not New Game Plus, you'll just have to kind of explore the island, do some of the vaults. You gotta do, get some things here and there. But if you're on New Game Plus, you actually start on the island still, but then you gotta go to the Hall of the Gods, which is on the next island over. So yeah, pretty fun game. I really enjoyed it. Got probably I'd say about 35 hours in the first round. So actually, I should give you a little update to everybody that's watching. The channel is going through some rebranding. Changing name here. Pretty soon, new logo, new everything. Figured it's time for a change and kind of get back into doing more videos, more walkthroughs, tips and tricks, and whatnot. So let's get going here. So if you guys are interested in playing this game and you think what kind of game is it? It's very similar to Breath of the Wild, a Zelda game, and mixed in with a little bit of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They did a very good job. It's a really fun game. Nothing too serious. It's hack and slash and just level up and get some abilities. And like I said, I'll have another video out here soon about what abilities that you want to get right away. Definitely will help you out throughout the game itself. So this is the starting island. So I forgot the name of it, unfortunately, but we'll get through that later on. So one of the abilities you want to get right away is the double jump and the leap as well, climbing. It helps you get to a lot of spots here. Another ability that you want to get is the boost glide, so that when you start gliding, you get a little more, you get boost out of it, so it lowers your stamina cost to glide. So this area here, when you do start as a new game, there'll be a little tutorial how to do combat. And I was a little bit confused because I thought there would be guys here. I thought you'd go through the whole thing, the whole spiel, but it's not that way. But like I said, in a new game, you will encounter enemies and get a little tutorial how to fight. So going up the first statue here. Also, the Clashing Rocks is the starting island that you're going to start on. And then the next one over the Hall of Gods is it's Valley of the Eternal Kings, which is the next area. Well, Eternal Spring, my bad. Valley of the Eternal Spring, not King. So like I said, this is the first major statue that you're going to kind of climb up. And each area has their own statue that you climb. And then it has like a sync point, like most Assassin's Creed games have. And so that basically unfogs the island, pretty much, of that area. And then you can use your focus or your scan to find different interests on the map. Like these guys here, which these here allow you to upgrade your health. Then Ambrosia. So those help you upgrade your health. Like I said, those are scattered throughout the map. So you climb up here, and then like I said, each area has their own statue they climb up on and find the sync spot. This one here is actually on top of the head. I just fell down. So like I was saying, when you do the focus or the scan of the area, you pretty much go into like a scan mode, or like your eye or whatever you want to call it, and then you just kind of go around the area, and then you'll find different areas that you have to reveal. So to reveal something, you hold a right trigger, and then it reveals it. So usually it's either a guarded chest, a normal chest, a challenge area, whether it be constellation, arrow challenge, different things. Then there's epic chest that you can find. Those are basically tombs, or they have some kind of puzzle to get to them. And then different vaults. So the vaults you go into, they did have a 3-stage difficulty. Some are just 1 stage, so that means there's just a lightning chest at the end where you get your lightning, which increases your stamina, or allows you to increase your stamina at the Hall of Gods. And then there's some with a chest and a lightning chest, and then some have different things as well. So they go 1, 2, and 3 is a difficulty. 3 is going to be the more complex vaults, so a lot more puzzles. A lot of times there'll be enemies to fight. So this is the part here where I was talking about where you have to scan. So you basically go around the map, and when it gets bright white and the controller starts vibrating, you know you're close to something where you get reveal. So those little shiny things that are kind of blinking right there, you can kind of see, that's where you'll get your health upgrades for, or help you get upgrade your health. Usually it takes 7, I believe, 6 or 7 of those to upgrade your health bar, 1 notch. And then for stamina, it takes 7 lightning rods, I guess you want to call them. So I'm just going across the map here and just revealing what I need to get. So depends what you want to do. If you want to, just head to the story, you just do the main parts here. But what I did on my first run through, I did the whole island here. I did everything that I possibly could. There are some parts where there's some things you can't do because you don't have the ability yet. And we'll go through what kind of abilities you can get. You got just a regular, fighting, combat type abilities, dodging, all that kind of stuff. And then you have your god powers, which will help you greatly as you progress in the game. So I think I'm going to spend a little time here trying to find some stuff here. So those little like tents, those are the little tents with the little chests on them. Those are what they call an epic chest. Like I said, those are usually locked behind a puzzle. So that's the observation area right there. That's part of the main game. So as you say, once you start on a new game, there'll be a quest right there that you have to complete before you move to Hall of Gods. New game plus, you go right to the Hall of Gods. So we're gonna scan this rest of this area here, and we'll be right back. Alright, now we got that all done. We're just gonna jump off here a little bit, and we're gonna go for that little health upgrade. That'll help us upgrade our health. So this is the glide here. Then you get your regular glide and then a super glide, or boost glide, if you want to call it. And it's basically just helps you go further without using less stamina. So if you run out of stamina though, like I'm about to do that, you will fall to the ground. If you're in the ocean area, you'll just fall and you'll just get you'll go back to like, the closest point. If you're like on ground, on land or whatever, you will just glide down. So we gotta figure out, get back over there, get that little upgrade, or our potential upgrade. So it's gonna climb the rocks here. Like I said, the leap here when you're climbing, it definitely helps with your climbing abilities. Use less stamina to get up higher. Alright. We're just gonna glide across here to there here, and then it says you gotta make sure you got stamina to get across. But another good ability to get early on is the ability to grab like flowers or anything on the ground that you would get trying to loot is an aerial loot. So you don't have to do click on one item and it'll loot the area instead of going for each individual piece. Helps a lot, saves time. Kind of a quality of life perk. So here we're gonna go around here, just kind of get up the mountain here, and we'll get to the Hall of Gods here pretty soon. Like I said, with the new game plus, you start over. You do get you keep all your stats, all your armor, weapons that you get, all your powers. That's both god powers and their abilities. You get your mounts that you had before. The only thing you don't get that comes over is you got to unfog each area and do the quests as well. So you do get to keep your so as you free different gods throughout the game, you still get your god abilities that you can get from them, so they're all passive abilities. They will stay with you. It's kind of nice, but you still have to unlock each area and do their god quests and unlock those again. The gods themselves, but you still get and we'll show that here shortly too as well. So we're just gonna hop on over here. Those are what they call clusters. There's 3 different color ones. There's the purple, red, and blue ones. Those are scattered throughout the map. You get those, you get a little more resources out of those. So this is the observation area. Like I said, there's puzzles here to get behind the chest. They're pretty easy to do, these ones here. Everything on the starting island is pretty straightforward, but it gives you a good tutorial how to go about completing stuff. And another thing there is on these islands, each of them have what they call musical lyres, and basically there's small ones and there's big ones. The big ones give you your coins that you can use to upgrade your abilities and your god powers. So the big ones give you those, and they have a certain order. You gotta pull the strings. Best way to pull the strings is with your arrow. You hit it, and then that makes a sound. So the small ones will give you the order you gotta do it in, and what strings will hit when. And the big ones will give you the coins once you do the puzzle for them. Like I say, you don't have to do the small ones. You can start with the big ones and use them as well and find which ones you gotta do. But for these videos, I actually went to each small one and I figured the big ones out. So I will post, when we get to each one, we'll just put them in the description of how to do them. So we are on this is one of the epic mounts. This one is found in the King's Peak area, which is the last area that you can go in. and I actually found it by accident. I fell down because it's in a cold area, so it definitely uses your stamina a lot faster. I fell down the mountain, and there he was, just sitting on the ice patch, and I grabbed him. So he is an epic mount. Epic mounts have more stamina, and they look a little cooler. So, we're gonna just climb up the mountain here. We got here. There'll be a little, not a little guy. One of these guys here will pick up rocks, trees, whatever it is, and throw them at you. They're pretty easy to take down. And when I started the game, I should have started on the next one up. Was right now. I will change that for future videos because I am a little bit overpowered for right now. So I will definitely change the level.
Achilles by our side will win this battle.
So each attack, sword attacks, axes are your more like heavy attacks, and they do have combos. Swords are your light attacks, fast and easy. There's a chest right there, pop open, get my reward, and then you get your bow attacks. Bow is pretty much just a standard shot. You have a charged shot, and then you have your Apollo arrow, which you can guide to hit stuff. You can also get a ability that will allow you to control the speed, which I do recommend getting early on as well. Allows you. There's a lot of myth challenges where you gotta requires an arrow challenge pretty much. So you gotta shoot through different they're like axes spread around, and you gotta go through the hole and get to the next part. So it definitely helps you control the speed, which some of those challenges get pretty difficult where you have to control the speed of it, especially later on in the game. So, so speaking of that, I know on this island here, more towards the, well, not this island, but the starting island, there is a myth challenge where it requires you to do a arrow challenge, and it will greatly help you if you do have the control your speed of your arrow. So we're at the Hall of the Gods here, and we're going to be coming up here to talk to Hermes, and we'll do a little cutscene with him, and we'll be right back after that.
The sight of the Great Hall took Fenyx's breath away.
This is incredible.
It's all right. Could use some updating. The color motif is a bit played out.
So, we're safe here.
Remember that thing I stole from Typhon? It was an itty-bitty piece of his eye, to hide this place from his terrifying gaze.
You're welcome.
You said this is the Hall of the Gods. Well, where are the others?
Let me start from the beginning.
With his hand on Fenyx's shoulder, Hermes recounted the tale of Typhon, destroyer of gods. Typhon, born of Gaia, was a terrible, cruel beast who vowed to free the Titans and obliterate the gods. He challenged Zeus for the rule of the cosmos. Fortunately, Typhon was defeated.
Damn straight he was!
And imprisoned under a mountain, where he could do no more harm.
I got to get back into that kind of shape again.
For thousands of years, Typhon festered, until Helios was eclipsed, and burning stars fell from the heavens. The stars burnt through Typhon's chains, and in an explosion of fire and smoke, Typhon burst from the mountain. The gods had wronged and tortured him.
Never again!
He vowed.
This world will be cleansed. The gods will pay!
And so, Typhon sought his revenge.
Destroy the veil that separates this hallowed land from the underworld. Let Tartarus walk among the gods. Trample, devour, and turn these life-false gods to dust. Come, Olympians! Brandish your weapons and face me! You have underestimated my power and whirled in your hubris. Go to my unseekable perfection!
Some gods fled in fear. Others stayed to fight. Many were captured. Typhon split them apart, cleaving their essences from them and transforming them irrevocably. In a final, desperate attempt to save their lands, the gods called on the heroes of old, the last warriors who had more than a few drops of God's blood remaining in their veins.
Weak and selfish, your heroes will exist as shadows of their former selves, serving me forever!
The gods had failed, and so had the heroes. But just when all hope seemed lost,
So yeah, a lot of fighting and losing. And now you are our only remaining hope to restore these lands to their former glory and save the world from chaos. All we have, Phoenix, is you. No pressure.
I kind of lost track of who's who. Is that one with the spiky hair you or Typhon?
Forget it. The vanquished gods need to be reunited with their severed essences to regain their power. And then, together, you must defeat Typhon.
This is honestly a lot. I wish my brother was here.
Look, kid, I'm not perfect. I'm the guy who escorted Pandora to Earth for Zeus's sake.
But maybe, just maybe, you're the right hero
At the right time. Also, you're literally all we've got, seeing as how everyone else has been defeated. Good luck! I'll be right here, doing nothing. I mean, beginning preparations.
Thanks. I think.
Oh, there's that face again.
Fine. Your best starting point is to reach the top of the other statues on the Golden Isle, so you can track the missing gods. Find them, and they should be able to help you locate their stolen essences. Although, they haven't been themselves, so I'm really not sure.
What's that mean?
Guess you'll find out.
Phoenix Stick. What would my brother do? Legiron would probably take on Typhon single-handedly, like when he bested the entire Spark. Complete. Who am I kidding? I'm in way over my head.
Those are a few ideas for ways to stick it to Typhon. You mortals seem to need an incentive,
So, I'll pay you Electrum for accomplishing each. And since I'm the god of merchandise, you can spend it right here on, you guessed it, merchandise.
Ooh, creative.
Or you could always just pay me your own Electrum.
I thought the incentive was for me.
I'm the god of financial gain.
Those prices! Wow!
I'm also the god of thieves. We all have our vices.
What's that underneath?
It's a chore chart. Someone has to get Ares to clean up after himself. Ever tried to get blood out of a sea of blood? Now that is a feat. Let me know if you're in the market for anything.
Nice cauldron!
Phoenix let the empty compliment die in the ensuing silence, and instead tried to focus on potential potion recipes.
I'm here selling if you're buying.
Alright, so we're done with the Hall of the Gods here, and we'll kind of go over a little bit of that later on, especially with the Hermes board of challenges, the Cauldron, the abilities area, the health, stamina. We'll go over all that stuff, how that works, but it's pretty straightforward. But we're going to go do a vault here real quick here. Gonna figure a few things out, and then we'll head down to the vault area. So we're going to pop open the map here, and I think we're going to do the vault that's just southeast of the observation. This is your ability or your inventory area. You get different wings here. You can collect up to 12 different type of wings. Each of them just look a little different. That's about it. And then you have your sword, your axe, arrows, your mount, your stamina over there. Then off to the left is your Phoenix bird, which is another quest that you get. These are the blessings here from each of the gods. Those, like I said, those transfer over. These are your abilities here. You get your skills, and then you get your godly powers. and back to your inventory and then your map here. Alright, so we're going to go to the unexplored vault here. We're going to jump off and just glide over. So I did a fast travel to the observation side of things, so I got over so fast. So each location does have fast travel as well to help you out. Alright, so this is where the vault's at here. You do have to activate that, you can't go down it, so I don't know why I was thinking that you could jump down. But usually anything that is red around a door or one of those there, you can't go through, so you have to do like a challenge or hit a button. So, pretty much move this block on top of the pressure plate, and then go over there and hit the activation button, and then you can jump on down. And these are all your vaults. Will have the same kind of thing. You just jump into them, and then you get ported over to the vault. And so the vaults have different difficulties: one stage, second stage, and third stage. Each one will be a little difficult than the other one. And the higher stage ones do offer more rewards. So it just depends on the vault here. This one here is pretty straightforward. No enemies. This has 3 different difficulties on there. So once you get like the chest and the lightning rod, then you are pretty much done. You can never enter that vault again. So if you didn't get one or the other, the vault's still open, and you can go through it again to get everything you want. So it's that each vault does have more than 2 items. Sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 4, but it's in that range there. So we just gotta pick up the rock here and just toss it down on the pressure plate. One with the anvil takes heavier objects to activate it. Ones with the feather, you can just stand on them, or this one block will do the trick. Here I accidentally moved the heavier block on the feather plate, and the feather plate needs this wooden block here. It's kind of and there is a build that you can get where you can lift these heavier ones up. I just don't have that one yet, so we'll just have to move it over. Move it too far. And then once you get to these little round things there, those are check mark points. So if you were to die, that's where you will start again. Here's some couple guys you gotta fight. Forgot about these guys. Pretty straightforward. That one there is more of a godly enemy to fight. Main plate. You can knock them over the side, they'll die. Alright, so we're gonna go up this next platform here. There's a little health apple you can take to get some health if you need it. Alright, so we'll activate that platform to come down, and then you got your 2 little boxes you can grab here. Those will go on those plates. And I kind of messed up. I should have let the platform come down more. Alright, give it on that platform again. Have to come over more. There we go. Now we'll grab that box and do our thing. Alright, we'll go back up, and we can grab that other box here, or block, whatever you want to call them, to put on the other plate over here. So, as you can, I'm going to turn around here and I can see that there's a little light shaft going up in the air to my left here once I turn that way. That is a chest right there, so I'm going to go back and get it real quick. You can, if you don't have your boost glide or your double jump, you can use those little pillars to jump over there. Let you know, if you are in the vault, you cannot climb a pillar, or you can't climb, if you like seeing this right here, I'm not going to make it, you can't climb up. It's either get to the ledge and climb up, or glide on top of it. But if you get down below, you can't climb up. So pretty much either trying to find an area where you can get back to, or just close your wings up and fall to your death, and then you'll have to restart at a checkpoint. So once you do respawn, you do lose some of your health, so just be cautious of that if you're in an area that has people you gotta fight. Let's get back to the other pillar here, have it go up, and then we can go get our lightning here. So the puzzles will have different things you can do. Some will move blocks, some will be linked together. Some you gotta roll the balls to a pressure plate to activate stuff. Certain ones you can move, like these ones here, without a metal ring around it. You can use the power to move it to where you need to go. The other one that's over here, we'll have to push it over. Alright. Get this guy over here, get it in, and then we'll be good to go to the next stage. The platforms should come up. We'll just jump over them. Pull the lever to go into the next area here. Usually things with a double door like that kind of implies that there's going to be some kind of fight that you gotta do. And like I said, I picked the wrong difficulty and I put it on normal, so things are going to go down a little bit easier than it should. If you're playing on the first go around, these guys do take a little while to kill down. But like I said, New Game Plus, you should have no problems. It's probably best if you went from normal to the next level in difficulty. So, okay, now it's down to a little
so
baby.
You want to dance, huh?
Okay, so the game throughout this game here has a lot of different kind of funny moments. Nothing's taken too seriously. They're trying to make it lighthearted and
her mind off her worries.
Something different.
It was a gift from Olympus she would treasure forever, deep within her vulnerable.
Guy pops back up, and he's a little bit bigger, not as big as before, but
fine, have it your way. Just don't
still
make
gonna
me
go down
vomit.
pretty easy.
Phoenix
So
faced
he's
the
gonna try to
monster.
pick up. I'll use my
Ready.
godly power here.
The monster attacked.
Take him down. Basically, that was an Arius mood, and I forgot what the other one was. It was something wrath. But like I said, that was one of the godly powers. Yeah, and then we'll go to the platforms here and go up and get our lightning rod. So if you see any kind of like slowdown or any kind of FPS drops, that's not in the game at all. I think it's something going on with my recording, or not my recording, but my editing software. So if you do see any glitches here and there, far as FPS drops or kind of slow down. That's something going on with my editor, and I'll have to figure that out, but hopefully everything turns out right. Okay. So I got the Zeus's Lightning, and like so those help upgrade your stamina bar. And then once you're done with that, you go out of the vault, and then that's pretty much all you gotta do. I'll end the video right here, guys. I thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button, and watch out for the second round of Immortals Fenyx Rising walkthroughs. Take care. Bye.